Tonight, Imperial County deputies have identified the 3 victims killed in that Desert Shores fire on Black Friday. News 11's Wiley Jawhary joins us from ICSO with the latest tonight on this tragedy.
Yeah, and that fire happened just one day after Thanksgiving at a mobile home park in Thermal, and 2 of the victims that died were children. A Black Friday tragedy after a fire breaks out at the Desert Shores mobile home park. The victims now identified as 33-year-old Pedro Dominguez and his 2 children, 14-year-old Virgiana Dominguez and 9-year-old Joseph Dominguez.
Obviously, it's tragic. You can't take back what happened, but it also serves as a reminder of the work that we do, that we advocate for these communities that are lacking resources.
Nonprofit organizations gathered Tuesday to help raise money for the victims and their families. Eric Reyes and his organization are also helping with funeral plans. He's making an effort to get Pedro Dominguez's body to Mexico at the request of his family.
Once the bodies are released for services, the gentleman's body will be sent back to Puebla, Mexico for a burial.
And now community advocates are doing what they can to make certain that a tragedy like this doesn't happen again.
You know, we have a crisis in the eastern Coachella Valley and Imperial County where there's a lack of affordable housing.
In total, 8 mobile homes were destroyed by this deadly fire. As for the cause, it is still being investigated. Meanwhile, the county coroner is conducting an autopsy for the 3 bodies that were recovered in the fire. And one thing also that I was told by the nonprofit organizations is that when they went to the fire site to help raise funds and support for those families that lost their mobile homes, some of the families made food for the nonprofit organizations with whatever they had left, just as a way of saying thank you. I'm Wiley Jawhary, reporting in El Centro.
Wiley, thank you. The Yuma